So this is what happens when your yarn gets as depressed as you are. It grows a personality and tries to gather all the yarn around it and run away. And tries to take charge cord with you, apparently. My heart's rushing, singing. Would I ever convert to Islam? I'm not against it. Though there are a little too many restrictions in my current life that would disallow that. Like, I own pet pigs and have a dog, and I'm not gonna give those up, so. Because animals are not disposable to me, so. This is some days are better than others. Now I fear nothing as long as you're with me. In heaven's horizon, you can be. Hi, Baba. I also have pet cats too, but those are allowed. So. No, but honestly, if I had to pick a religion, an organized religion, if the government said, hey, being pagan is unacceptable, you have to pick one of the bigger religions, I would actually convert to Judaism, if I had to. If I had to pick one. Because Judaism allows for questioning and it thrives on not blindly following the faith. So, and I appreciate that about our religion. Oh, it's you and me. It's you and me. Hi, Baba. What? What do you want? You're looking at me some kind of... What? Is everybody happy that I'm singing again? I couldn't sing for a few days because I lost my voice. It's still kind of not fully healed yet, but... Oh, you're being such a good man. He knows he's not supposed to, like, walk all over my yarn and stuff, so he's, like, laying just outside of it, but as close to me as he possibly can. Yeah, none of those things either. And I never will be. So how is everybody doing? Thank you for watching. It's fascinating watching someone untangle yarn, right? I try not to cut the yarn as much as possible, but like in one instance I had to because the two ends, one was a giant ball of yarn and the other one was a project, so I had to cut somewhere. So the yarn was much bigger than this, so it was a little hard to handle to untangle. Anybody have any projects going on? Anything? Drawing? crochet, knitting, weaving, writing, because writing is an art form. Making music, even. Anything. Every time I see the name Dean, I always think of Supernatural, even if that's not what the screen name is referencing. Thank you for whoever's sending likes. It's not showing me, so I appreciate it. It's just showing me the join, but there's no, it's not popping up with who's sending likes. I do appreciate it. I just don't know who you are. Oh, here it is. It's always appreciated. Likes are always appreciated. I may not say thank you because sometimes I don't realize I'm actually getting likes until I look at the number up here. But sometimes it doesn't even, the little hearts don't float up either sometimes. And I just noticed that they were, even though I've been looking at the screen for a little bit. So, I promise you, if I don't say thank you, it's not because I'm ungrateful. It's because I literally don't know that it's happening. So today's project was supposed to be a hood that I was going to take apart and rework with a larger crochet hook. But then half the project is tangled up in all this yarn, and I don't know why, because it wasn't 2 days ago. Gotta love that. The reason why I'm going to take it apart, it's like, it's almost done too, and I'm not satisfied with the thickness of the fabric. It's too dense. Even though I know, standalone hoods are supposed to be on the moderate side of dense, so that they keep their shape. It's too thick. Excuse me. So, thank you for the likes. So it was a little disappointing. And well, there's a lot of TikToks going around saying everything is content, so why not? So you guys can watch me untangle yarn while we chat about whatever we want to chat about. We can talk about anything, as long as it stays within the guidelines, of course. Yeah, I'm pretty much an open book. Be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. I mean, even if you're rude to me, I'll try to be nice, but only so much I can take. Bring me back around again. Those wild eyes, second time silhouette. I never meant to fall for you, but no that I could see was white. And then, of course, I start singing and 6 people drop off. So, yeah, that's fine. I don't sing because I think I can sing well. I sing because I enjoy singing. Of course, I have regulars who think I can sing well, and that's okay too. It's subjective. It really is, you know? Because I've seen people on The Voice win, and I'm like, but they're kind of off key a little bit. You know? So, whatever. This is tangled up on itself too. That's great. Another blind video. Go again. Real sweet transcend into a psychedelic silhouette. I never meant to fall for you, but glitch. I've seen that name before. We've scrolled through here before. Or maybe someone who has a similar name has scrolled through here before. My salvation. Hello. It has been an age. How are you, dear? Oh. haven't been live in a while, and life is in chaos currently. Thank you for the likes. Got lots of people moving in. We had a bunch of animals being rehomed. It's been chaotic, to say the least. It's like I barely feel like I can breathe sometimes. Gotta pencil that in too. I mean, the last like a week or so, I've been forced to stay in bed for most of the day because I legitimately don't have the energy to function. Like, people forget that I'm fucking disabled. I'm still awake, can you help me unravel my biggest mistake? I don't love him. Winter just wasn't my season. I mean, there are a few exceptions. There are people who still remember, but like a lot of people like forget. Because I don't look disabled, you know. Because there are still people who think I shaved my head because I thought it was a fun idea. So, well, let's see. I got some new crochet hooks. They were very inexpensive, so that's good. I woke up today, so, you know, there's that. My voice is healing, because I lost it a few days ago. I mean, it's still got a little ways to go, but you know. For a while, but my God, it's so beautiful when the boy smiles, wanna hold him. Maybe I'll just sing about it. But you can't jump the track, we're like cars on a cable, and life's like an hourglass glued to the table. Walking by the rewind button. Oh, I fuck up that last bit of that chorus every stanza because it's different everyone. Just breathe, oh breathe, just breathe. There's a light at each end of this tunnel you shout. Uh-oh, looks like my thread was cut. We'll be out, and these mistakes you made, you'll just make them again. If you only try turning around. Well, that kind of fucking sucks. Oh no, that's okay. That's where I connected the two ends. I was like, wait a minute. Yep, we had a huge rescue. So, Hippie Hog Refuge is officially closed. So almost all of our pet pigs were rehomed. All of them, except for the ones we were allowed to keep. So. And I know that you'll use them however you want to. You can't jump track, we're like cars on a cable. It's both sad and a blessing, you know, because one, there was a male pig who kept coming around and impregnating all of our females, and it is exceptionally expensive to get females spayed. Because you can't just do it in the yard like you can, like on pig farms. They just neuter the males right there. on the ground, literally out in a field. Can't do that with females. It's just more expensive. And we don't know where he was coming from. Like, people think I'm lying, and like they think it's a story we made up. We do not have a pig on the property that looks like any of the babies that were born here. And so we weren't allowing it to happen. It just did. We double-lined the fence and everything. More than once. He even came during a damn snowstorm. So we ended up with piglets during Easter, which was a freaking surprise, because we're like, one of our, we had guests over, and one was like, there's babies in the yard. I'm like, excuse me? There's what in the yard? I'm like, what do you mean babies? We you know, we've already got some. They were born in August. She goes, no. These are really tiny. I go, oh crap. Really? So, yeah, we had even more piglets born. Despite our best freaking efforts, man. And animal control did actually converse with our vets and confirm that they were neutered. So we had no intact males on the property. So, and my sister even confronted animal control, and he's like, well, we're gonna step up and help you. And she goes, good. Where were you a year ago when I asked for help 3 times? So, there was a lot of, oh goodness. What does that mean for you, hon? I don't know what you're trying to say, because I think the first half of your comment got cut off. I don't know if that was you or what, because it says some comments in the live are filtered. So, I don't know what's going on. But hey, Wanda, how are you doing? Well, I mean, you just told me. What does that mean for you? I don't... does that mean it's advancing or something? I mean, I assume that's what it means. I know that I can't keep living in some lights that I sink into my chest, singing all the rest. Okay, I guess whatever they were trying to say wasn't all that important, because I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, you know. Oh, no, I mean, I figured you weren't going to go, like, for treatment or anything, because you made your mind up about that, which, you know, I'm happy you were able to do that. You know, I mean, I'm sad, but, you know, going out on your own terms is incredibly important. So, in a situation where you don't really have, like, full control, because it's fucking cancer, right? You know? So, hopefully they can keep you comfortable, and you can have a whole year to get done what you need to get done. You know? My heart is with you, my dear. Well, that's an interesting screen name. Mom of Dragon Boy. That's interesting. I feel like that's a reference to something that I'm missing because I'm old. Chesterton. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. People have the most interesting screen names sometimes. Sometimes I just like to watch and read them fly by. And that's not me making fun of anybody, like legitimately. Some of them are interesting. Some of them are kind of generic because they're people's names. Generic as in, you know, it's just your name, so it's not like creative kind of thing. Unless you have a super unique name, then I don't know. But that would be like a credit to your parents unless it's a name you picked for yourself, like mine is. You built around and burned. Can't quite hit those high notes again yet. I keep hitting whistle notes instead. In front of us, just to oh, we reached the end. So now I'm actually pulling off my project now. So that's freaking. Hello, Starshine. To no one to take it from me. Oh, excuse me. We've been lonely. We've been lonely. Well, baby. Is that Miss Wendy girl? Nothing but dollars I've bled. You say that we milk and honey's gonna make your soul satisfied. There's a crossing, it's chilly and wide. Yeah, I did. I read it. Later tonight, I'm going to be lighting 2 more candles. I've got to rewrite up the thing I wrote as well, so I'll to reinforce those things. So, hello, happy vibes. You don't get any younger. Starving emptiness, feel longer. There's Wendy just talking. Hi, baby. I have gone without singing for enough days that when I am singing, I'm doing her a concern. So she's just like doing the mom thing and checking on me. She's like, "Are you okay?" Yes, baby, I'm fine. I used to a country You're learning to now that you're facing that old boy is getting desperate? Yeah, absolutely. And I have a plan. Starting the top, walls around, catching breeze, singing, singing. Hey, Chase. I am alive. So this is just gonna get right now. The road, and there in good night, need your heavy as Yeah, I am. Unfortunately, we are broke as fuck, and I need to be live so that I can at least cross my fingers that I can get some gifts. Because there's a lot going on here. And we've got emergency bills that have come up, so I haven't been live in like weeks, so. Shit's pretty dire, unfortunately. Not dire enough that someone needs to call CPS on our child, though, because that was fucking rude. And they think they're slick. I know who did it. We know who done it, so we're not stupid. Hey. So, you know, super depressed. Broke as shit. The usual. Oh, sorry, Jane, you don't have to do that. Thank you, though. I have not quite reached the threshold to be paid for having subscribers either, so. Because the threshold's like $50 or something. Oh, congrats. Oh, thank you. Do I have PayPal? Yeah, I do. Hold on a second. Is on my mind. Away alone. Somehow you know. Yes, I'm currently live on TikTok. What's up?
Got any trash from TikTok?
I
I'm gonna go burn some shit. That looks like I need that.
It's mostly paper.
I'll do it. 12 bags?
Yeah.
You're on punishment. So this room gets better than this. Shame on you.
Hey, not all of this is my
This
shit.
is a much bigger room than I thought it was.
Yeah, not all of it's mine either. I mean, a lot of it is. I'm not denying that, but a lot of it
You're
isn't.
trying to bullshit me.
Because a lot of this
How much
stuff.
off that clock?
You gotta ask David for that.
Here.
That's his clock.
David.
David.
Seiko.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And they have several different kinds. They have a Disney one, the Beatles one.
Yeah, he said it sings.
The melodies, yeah.
It sings and everything.
Christmas had to work them. I gotta find out which one this is. Oh, I think this is the Disney one, I think. Is it?
I think he said it was a circus one or something.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Maybe it's one of the other. It's in bad shape. It's a little roughed up. Well, I'm gonna take the trash out up here, and
The first bag was stuff that was here that was just left. And the second bag is stuff I pulled out from under my bed. That half was already bagged up and
you might need to
insane.
whip him with a belt.
And that most of the stuff that's in the second bag was shit I had already bagged up, and that little 5-year-old stinker would sneak when I was down there, when I was like rooming down there because I had art projects I was working on and I needed space. That little sneaker would sneak in here. He tore up a bag and shoved it all under my bed because I am pulling this garbage out. I'm going, I know I threw this away already. I know I threw that away already.
You got your little ice bucket next to your bed, girl.
You know what that is?
Let's cool your vibrator down in it.
No.
Smoke it.
No, this is actually my sewing bin. It's got sewing stuff in it. Right? Chris? I don't know. I know.
I'm going to get as much done as I can tonight. But I think, that's what I told him, I cannot clean with everybody congregating in the living room talking. Bullshit, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get that porch power wash tomorrow and that's all them totes off.
Yeah.
And get that set up. So Stephanie don't have to smell that weed anymore. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't have to smell it because it makes
Yeah, the stuff that's in the totes, a lot of that stuff.
I'm just going to do a general look and do a general description on the top and a marker and then put it in the barn, okay?
Yeah.
I got Chris's friend Art wants to come tomorrow and take a look at your solar panels. He's a fucking genius, this guy is.
Yeah, because there's something not right.
He's gonna take a look at you and say what's up. Now, he also makes different things. He's a fantastic fucking weed grower.
is.
So I told her, I said, remember that chore list I was telling you about? I said, you want me to write it? I mean, I got up this morning, started a fire, and that whole table out back was covered in filth and trash and plates and food outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, baby.
Yep.
All right, if you think anything else you want me to burn.
My sanity? I don't know.
Oh, mine's already gone.
Right? I think it's up. I think mine's outside barking at a tree somewhere.
Yeah, go Lisa.
Right.
What the fuck is that bitch's from?
Right.
I heard today she did a post about her narking and snitching on her old man. I went, she did what?
Yeah, apparently there's a whole bunch of bullshit going on surrounding her life. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't.
Just stay with us. You need anything? You need a drink?
No, I'm good, thank you. I got a water.
Do you ever drink liquor?
Do I drink liquor? Every once in a while.
What drink?
Will you stop rubbing your butt on me?
Oh, yeah. Butt to butt, boo.
Right? He keeps lifting his butt up and rubbing it.
Chris ain't never seen me drunk. He ain't never done that, but I don't mind having a couple of drinks.
I like, Steph makes these Everclear milkshakes. Or,
Shut the fuck up.
Everclear smoothies. They're so good.
Alright, I'm game. Alright, there you go.
Right? They are, and they're dangerously delicious. You will. You probably will. Oh, don't do that. We'll all get arrested. Oh my goodness. Alright, welcome back, Wanda. I think everybody left. Nobody on my side. I need you right now. And I need you right now. Don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head. Darling, I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most. Oh, sure, yeah. Don't let me down. That is what I gotta switch. Okay, we gotta switch to. I need you right now. Let's see. I don't have any message requests. So my Facebook is the same as this. It's Autumn Jude Rowan. So that would be me. Because my PayPal has my dead name on it. And I can't change that. It won't let me. So. Let's see. It's also, I'm gonna message you on TikTok. Because I think PayPal is doing away with the whole PayPal.me thing. It's kind of ridiculous. Shit. Hold on a second. Oh, this is ridiculous. Hold on. Arrow. Come on, dude. Everybody left. Yeah, that's my dead name. So I mean I've mentioned it before on live, but I don't really talk about it anymore. You know. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. You have to get off me. You have to let it linger. I was wrong. I was wrong. I am not wrong. I eventually will finish that project that I'm pulling this thread out for, or this yarn out for. Okay. Yes. So this will be the crochet hook that I am using. It is a size in 10 millimeter. It's huge. That is ridiculous. It's actually not the biggest one I've worked with either. I've worked with bigger than that. Oh man, my nose is itchy. So this is it so far, but I don't like how this is turning out. It's too dense. So I want it to be a little more flowy, I guess. Which is gonna use up because I don't have very much of this yarn. Wanda, honey, you did not have to do that. It's very much appreciated, but thank you. Thank you so much. It's going to be really helpful. Girl. Listen. You didn't have to do that. It's very appreciated, though. Thank you so much. Wanda is very appreciated. I did. I saw it. I saw it pop up. Thank you. I saw it. It's very appreciated. Thank you. That's gonna help a lot, because between the bills that we have and the stuff that I need, it's gonna help a lot. So it's very appreciated. Hopefully I can undo this without ripping my thread. Keep calling it thread, my yarn. See if it, we are the ones. We are the ones. Anyone needed soul. Told me of your past. I know. It will. It's gonna go a long way. It's so appreciated. Like, you have no idea. Like, I'm so thankful. The long lost child. And I tried to hold you, but you were young and you were wild. Be the same. Oh, I will never be the same. Caught in your eyes, lost in your name. I will never be the same. Secrets of your life I never wanted for myself. You guarded them like a light, placed upon my shelf. In the morning of the night, I woke to find you gone. I knew your distance ever must have been dragging you up. But I will never be the same. Who's even in here? I know Wanda's in here. That's what it says. But it says there's a second person, but there's no one on the list. See, I can't even, it's so dense I can't even undo it. This yarn is not very forgiving at all. You swore that you were bound for glory. You had no shame, miss you. There it is. It's a it's for knitting on a loom, and I'm using it to help me unstick my loops here so that they'll come undone a little better. I will never be the same. Let's get out of this town. Oh, happy birthday. You're actually only a few years older than my mom. I actually know you're the same age as my mom. Because I turned 38 this year, which means my mom will be 58. She turned 58 in April. So you guys are the same age. Yeah, me and my mom are only 20 years apart. Isn't that something? Did you ever have any kids? Or no? Was that not something that you could do? I feel like that's an insensitive question to ask. Up to Santa Fe. Barbara in Nashville says we're welcome to stay. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. The morning rain, tell me your dreams. He's only a few years older than me. I'll turn 38 in December. I know I've seen it before. Distance and covers your eyes. I hope he's someone that you can talk to. Because I know, like, I hate when, like, it's like situations where family is just kind of off to the side because they don't want to be around it or whatever, but I hope he's still around. I hope you guys still talk. And if not, I hope it's something you guys can mend before the end, you know? Cool. Is it on the road you want to? Or would you, stranger, lover, you're free? Can't you give that with me? Come on, baby, let's get out of this town. I think part of the reason why this took me so long is because it's so freaking hard to crochet. Oh, good. I unfortunately was unable to give my mom any grandbabies. I mean, I have Jason, but I don't have any biological babies. And I probably never will, so. Because I am talking to my team sometime soon, I think. Maybe May. about full hysterectomy. So unfortunately, that's just how it is. I'm glad you have that, though. I really am. I honestly really am. It's bittersweet for me because, you know, it's something I'll never get, but, you know, I'm glad other people get to experience that stuff. And stares at blank pages. You made this hard on me. So, as you ask for it, as you need one. Like, my chance for having kids is over. I don't even have a partner, so. I have someone I am deeply in love with, but, yeah, life and circumstance just wasn't meant to be, so. Need a better reason to write you a love song today. Things you wanna hear, my heavy heart will beat down under you and your twisted words. Your help just hurts. You were not what I thought you were. Hello, is high and dry. Convince me to please you. That I need this too. Hear me as I am. To stay. I was leaving, I'ma need a better reason. They promise me you'll leave the light on to help me see. And I believe this way. You can love me because I say I won't write you a love song. Cause you ask for it, cause you need one. You see, I'm not gonna write you a love song. Cause you tell me it's make or break in this. Is that what you want? A love song. Cause you ask for it, cause you need one. You'll see, I'm not gonna write you a love song. Cause you tell me it's make or break in this. You're on your way, I'm not gonna write you to stay. Your heart is nowhere in it, I don't want it for a minute, babe. I want 7 seas when I believe that there's a reason to write you a love song today. Running away from the wreck of the day, and the lights always red in the rear view. Desperately close to a coffin of hope, I cheat destiny just to be near you. This is giving up, then I'm giving up. If this is giving up, then I'm giving up, giving up. Hold on, let me see something. Nothing I'm just falling to pieces. And if this is giving up, then I'm giving up. Is giving up, then I'm giving up on love, on love. Oh, Jesus. Well, Arrow, stop rubbing your butt on me. Come on, dude. Maybe I'm not up for being a victim of love. All my resistance will never be distant enough. Will you please let go of it? I mean, for fuck's sake, what are you doing? Wanna be quiet in my head. Driving alone, I find my way on my way home to the comfort of my bed. Hi, John. This is giving up, then I'm giving up. If this is giving up, then I'm giving up on love, on love. John, when you comment and I'm looking at the screen, seriously? You're adorable. You know one reason to stay here. Beautiful. You gotta make me change my mind. What? Is it because I called you adorable? But you do every day, John. Two things can be true at the same time. You could be masculine and strong and manly, but you can also be adorable too. Call me, baby. You can call me anytime. You guys are calling me. Maybe one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Of course. Said I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind. No one to squeeze me. They might take away my life. I don't want no one to squeeze me. They can't take away my life. I just want someone to hold me, oh, and rock me through the night. My eyes are particularly pretty today. Look how vibrant they look in this. I don't think I have a filter going either. You can actually see the central heterochromia in this one. The brown, the green, and then the blue. It's really cool looking. I have some double central heterochromia in both my eyes. So I have brown around the center and then blue on the outer edge of the green. The youthful heart can love you. Yes, and give you what you need. Hey, Isabel. I said this youthful heart can love you. Oh, and give you what you need. Can you not? Stop it. My rush of surgery. Stab it. Reason to stay here. There's no time to around. Arrow, you are testing my patience, little boy. I'll turn right back around. So I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind. Baby, just give me one reason. Oh, give me just one reason why. Oh, wrong stanza. Or wrong line. Baby, just give me one reason. Oh, give me just one reason why I should stay. There it is. Then I told you that I love you, and there ain't no more to say. See, you gotta see the key. The key to being a good singer, not a great singer, but just a good one, is you always fuck up at least once on every song that you know. Every song, every single fucking one of them. See, notice I said good singer, not great, because I'm not a great singer. I'm a half decent one, so we'll just leave it at that. A half decent singer. I know the words. There's that at least. I may not put them in the correct order, but at least I know them all. It's Sunday though. We'll try and watch on Monday if there's anything good going on. I don't know who's fighting because I haven't been keeping up with it. I keep forgetting it's a thing I can do because I have Paramount I can watch. Is it Peacock or Paramount? Either one. I have both. I can watch wrestling and I keep forgetting that it's the thing I can do. So I'm gonna try and watch tomorrow. You know me, I wonder if they have WrestleMania archive because I kind of want to watch that again because that was so fun. I wonder if they got past ones archived because that would be cool. Seeing old ones. Yeah, I know I remember seeing this most recent one, but I don't know if they have the other ones. So I'm going to look into it and see what they have, if any. Because I want to see some of the older ones, too. Because those are they're so fun to watch. I wish I had the premium version of, was it Paramount, whichever one has it. Because you get to see, like, the in-between stuff, like, during the commercials. And I don't get to see that, so I don't get to have that 2 minutes of fun. Oh, wow. Well, that's cool. That'll be cool to watch. Just sit there and binge all the WrestleManias through time. Because there's, 40 of them? Know me, and I walk through your doorway. Would you hold me, like I've done before? Wasn't the first one like the year I was born? In 85. Yeah, well, we'll get through it. Well, you know, no doubts, no thinking twice. Your smile can be so soothing, a familiar paradise. But there's no one else that makes me whole. I'm never needing more. I get this feeling that I have loved you before. When I was in an army, marching off a roll, side by side in battle, did we bravely leave our home? Did I hold you in my arms as you were taking your last breath? Did I shout to all the gods that I would love you beyond death or more? I swear I've loved you before. We are in the dark ages, from a vengeful God above. Our name's too unfamiliar, so better speak of love. I know, I'm very proud of you. I'm with you. Every parting glance, accidental touch. We haven't took a chance for more. I know I've loved you before. Have I wandered through the desert? Have I looked to the North Star? Have I rolled the days and nights on rails to get back where you are? And every time I found you, it's your eyes I know for sure. Well, you know me, no doubts, no thinking twice. Your smile can be so soothing, a familiar paradise. But there's no one else that makes me whole. I'm never wanting more. I get this feeling, I know I've loved you before. I know I've loved you before. Well, of course not. She wouldn't understand because you didn't, first of all, you didn't tell her. And second of all, she doesn't see what a big deal it is because it's not as a huge deal as you think it is. It is a big deal because it's important to you, but at the same time, it's not like a life and death matter kind of thing. And in all honesty, as far as the owners go, it's not going to make her look any better. I promise you that. Not really. Because I have the distinct feeling that they kind of have it out for her anyway, so. Recall, there are some bridges that burn beyond recognition, beyond repair. Don't say you've changed. There are some forces that burn. Oh, turn. Connection beyond mistake. When I feel the gold in the dark, I know you're there. Yeah. I ran to you long ago. I did not understand, making me bleed. I ran to you, and I feel the cold in the dark. What you do? The stones burning glass in the ruins, reaching under the fence as I try to make sense in the ruins. I know my heart held its own fear. It's perfectly clear what they did to you. But in my heart, this is screaming I hear. Let them come near, since my love knew you. When I feel the cold and the dark, I remember you. Alright. Through my past, over stone burning glass in the ruins, reaching under the fence as I try to make sense. Thank you so much for the roses. It's very, very, very appreciated. Thank you so much. I'm going with the second thing. Night after night. Well, I mean, she probably would have thought it was flattering, but also at the same time, she kind of strikes me as someone who can fight her own battles, or at least feels like she can. So, I don't know. She might have been annoyed, maybe? Thankful, slightly annoyed. But also, you know, I don't know. You know her better than I do, so I couldn't fucking tell you. But thank you so much for the roses. It was very appreciated. I don't know if you're still in here or not, but thank you. I mean, if it were me, I'd be flattered, but also annoyed because, like, I'm pretty strong-minded, but that's me, you know? I would have been flattered, but you would have gotten a leeway because we're friends. Because I'd have been like, I don't need you to defend my honor, dude. You know? But at the same time, the effort would have been appreciated for sure. Like, guaranteed it would have been appreciated. But I'm not her, so I don't know what her response would be. If I knew her in person, it'd be different, but... Thank you so much. Oh, that's cute. A pumpkin pie. I've never gotten any fall-themed gifts before. Those are adorable. Thank you. It makes me sad that not all of the gifts are, like, animated, so they don't, like, pop up on screen and do cute things. Like the super cheap ones. Like, I think if someone sends roses, I think they should, like, cascade down and like a pumpkin pie, it should do, like, sit here and, like, do a little dance thing or something. I wish they all were animated. That'd be cute. But thank you. It's very appreciated. Well, yeah, because you're not subtle, John. Not by a long shot. You're flame in my bloodstream. Oh no. Bought myself a hard pack of cigarettes. Early morning rain. Maybe my hands, they don't feel like mine. Eyes been stoned with dust and rime. Held you in my arm one time and lost you just the same. Uh-huh. I ain't about to go straight. It's too late. I found myself face down in the ditch, losing my hair on my lips. Picture you holding a picture of me in the pocket of my blue jeans. Just like you don't overthink things either, right? Not at all. Right? Still don't know what love means. Not only that, but I'm sure you told at least one person at work. At least one. Because you always do. At least maybe not in all of those words that you've told me, but I think you've used enough words that some people have figured it out. So I'm sure she'll find out from one of them. And since I've seen your face, felt a part of this human race, I've been living out of this here suitcase for way too long. Man needs something he can hold on to. 9-pound hammer or a woman like you. Either one of them things will do. Yeah. Jolene ain't about to go straight. It's too late. I found myself face down in the ditch, booze in my hair, blood on my lips. Picture of you holding a picture of me in the pocket of my blue jeans. Still don't know what love means. Still don't know what love means. Jolene, la 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 la. Jolene, la 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 la. How was it? Was it good? I'm trying to tell you something about my life. Maybe get the insight between black and white. And the best thing you've ever done for me is help me take my life less seriously. It's only life after all. Yeah. When darkness has hunger that's insatiable, and lightness has a goal that's hard to hear. Wrap my fear around me like a blanket, but still much of a safety till I sink it. I'm crawling on your shores. Oh, there. To the mountains. I had macaroni and cheese with sausage. What do you mean I couldn't lie? Unless I seek my source, that's where I am children. I drink from the fountains. There's more than one answer to these questions. Pointing me in a crooked line. In the last I seek my source for some definitive. Closer I am upon I am. Closer I am upon I am. Hi, Jace. Where'd everybody go? Everybody left. I stand by the bar at 3 a.m. to seek solace in a bottle or possibly a friend. I woke up with a headache like my head against the board. Twice as cloudy as I've been the night before, and I went in seeking clarity. Went to the doctor, I went to the mountains. Children, I drank from the fountains. Oh. I am. Leave me alone. My watch is informing me to take a breath. Not because I'm low on oxygen, but because it's like a breathe out. It's a breathe out that like makes you inhale and exhale for like 30 seconds. Just take a break. I want answer to these questions. Why me on your line? As I seek my source, closer I am find. Closer I am find. Closer I am find. Or is that Amber watching on Chase's phone? Because both are plausible. Or are we just lurking? Is that what we're doing? Not actually here. Like John. John's never actually here. When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? Should have stayed on the farm. Should have listened to my name. No, you can't hold me forever. Follow you. Not a present for your friends. The fluff that keeps coming off of this keeps like landing on my skin and clinging to me and like blowing in the wind. I can feel it, so I keep dusting off because it tickles. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society home. Can't let me in your penthouse. Oh, I'm back to my plow. Back to the hollow down in the woods. Until the whole black door. Oh, I find the sign of future roads beyond the unknown. You think you'll do then? When you shut down your plane, take you a couple of vodka tonics to get you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Almost, who ain't got a penny. Sniffing tables on the so goodbye, yellow brick road, where the Uh-huh. Look at this barbecue sauce. I don't know what brand it is. It's from Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or something. It's organic. It's a honey barbecue, but it's got a little bit of a spice to it. It's pretty good. And sometimes spicy barbecues are the spice is too distracting. Like it's spicy for the sake of being spicy instead of like adding flavor. Yeah, I don't know what we have. I don't know what it's called. I'll have to look. I don't know what it is though. Yeah. I miss roasted chicken with Maurice's barbecue sauce. That's what I grew up using. Of course, you know, it's kind of shitty to use now because the guy's actually, the founder, he stole the recipe or something. I don't remember. It was like a racist thing going on. And Maurice's barbecue was something. There was a whole thing about it a few years back. I like their mustard barbecue. I haven't found one that's comparable, but I don't really eat a whole lot of barbecue sauce, so I feel like I'm really missing out on a lot. Toast to a slim chance of love's recovery. There I am in the younger days, stargazing, painting picture perfect maps of how my life and love would be. Not counting the unmarked paths of misdirection, my compass paved in love's perfection. I danced a million miles of road I should have seen. We were friends, we thought we're so together. Left each other one by one on the road to farewell. I sit here in our storm and drink a toast to a slim chance of love's recovery. Rain soaked and voice choked like silence screaming in a dream. I search for our absolute distinction. Not content to bow and bend to winds of culture, the swoop like vulture, eating us away. Eating us away to our extinction. Oh, I wish I were a dream. So if I lost a part of me, I'd still have to love the same to live. But nobody gets a lifetime rehearsal. The specks of dust, the universal. Let this love survive and be the greatest gift that we could give. Tell all the friends who think they're so together that these are ghosts and mirages. This love's a farewell. And stormy now, I feel safe within your arms. Lost whispering. Alright. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window. Imagination, sometimes life is right. We're outside the line. Oh, yeah. Imagination, to not make mistakes. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window. Hello, Hooked on Daisies. I love your screen name. It's adorable. I hope everybody's doing well. They're doing better than I am, at least. Separating yarn because I'm redoing a project with the same yarn but just in a different way, slightly. I had to move up in crochet hook. It's too small. I wasn't liking how the fabric was turning out, so it's too dense. So I had to undo it, and when my hooks came in, which they did, I'll be using this one, which is that size. Excuse me. Barely conscious, you say to no one. You don't cry for my absence, I know. You forgot me long ago. Am I that unimportant? Am I so insignificant? Missing, is it someone missing me? Is it someone missing me? Knowing you don't care. What does to know you and me? They're more alone. Oh, is it something missing? Isn't someone missing me? Mm-hmm. Wonder if it's someone whether you can watch. You don't need to see. I wonder, and it's breaking all 1,000 miles down to the seabed, place to rest my head. You save me, arms of the ocean, with me. Reality, and trust me, how I am under arrest. Welcome back, Wanda. 1,000 miles down to the seabed, place to rest my head. Zaza, you know damn well how this works. Get in there and lay down. Dude, no. You're not gonna lay in her spot. Y'all are such buttheads. She has her own bed, and y'all keep getting in it. You gotta stop. It's her bed. Living in. The arms of the ocean, so sweet and so cold, and all this devotion, and the crushes I have, the arms of the ocean, near me. When I'm going under, I'm just giving in. you out of here. Said something insulting. And I wanna be anything. Put you into pieces. My heart is broken. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I always say how I don't need you, but it's always gonna come right back to this. Please don't leave me. I am so obnoxious. You make me act like this. Never been this nasty. I'm just the one that hits the hardest. Maybe I don't need it. I need it. I'm so please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I always say how I don't need you, but it's always gonna come right back to this. Please don't leave me. I got to see you now. How beautiful you really are to me. You're my perfect little punching bag. I need you. I'm sorry. Please, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Leave me. Please don't leave me. Welcome back, John. It's always gonna come right back to this. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Always say how I don't need you, but it's always gonna come right back to this. Please, please don't leave me. Please, please don't. Honey, it announces it. Look, see right there. Your name is right there. The days and you passed away. You accept what's here to stay. You don't wanna go. You're a dork. You say, crazy is with me, yeah. Lonely as us. Spinning out friends. What? What else? I got this too now. Right there. It's a lie. This clear you love another man. It's him right, and he said. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go. Hopefully the next time I'm live, which I'm hoping will be tomorrow, I'll have a little bit of this started and it'll actually look like something. So I will see you guys next time. Hopefully that will be tomorrow. And if not, I'll see you when I see you. Y'all have a good night and talk to you later.